Welcome back, Graveyard Tours. I'm at the Laurel, Maryland Cemetery. Started in 1858. And it's very unusual because I used to live in Laurel, Maryland for many, many years, and I never, ever came here. Never knew this place existed. Because I mean, I passed by it, I used to pass by it, and I remember seeing it. And I thought it was just, just a cemetery. I didn't realize how old it was, though. So these are 1930s and 1940s and 50s right here. But yeah, I never realized. And this is, and I think it's stopped being in use in 1958. So it's got a mixture. It's got a mixture. But what's unique about it, I mean, and they're all over the place. There's nothing made any sense here. So there's no section that says, oh, this is the old section, this is the new section. No, everything is sporadic. Here's 1895, Sylvester King. So yeah, it's kind of bringing back memories, me living here for so many years, and then finally coming at it for the first time. It's a little weird for me, but anyway. So I guess this is 1908, something, Mary Ann or Masonite Ann, Margaret E, 1918, 63 years old. So yeah, and then then you got this, and you have some veterans out here. So this looks recent. I mean, this is probably a child's gravesite here, and I don't see a headstone. And you have 1996. So it said in so Wayne Shupp, thank you for your service, U.S. Army, 1996. It said 1958, but that obviously isn't true. So the research that I've done is not exactly correct. Okay, so but what I'm going to do is I'm going to mainly focus on the older ones out here. And like I said, they're all over the place. I mean, you still have people, 2019, you got, so I don't know, very strange. But anyway, so it looks like and this is Sandy Spring Road that's out here. So like I said, I used to drive down this road many, many times. And seeing it was a cemetery, never paid attention to it. Just completely ignored it. Knew never stopped here. So this is a first for me, and with my memories of living here, it's kind of a little weird for me. So 1958, Lillian Smith, love and husband Richard Smith, 1929. There's 1913, Rosie Smith. So this is all a Smith plot here. 1950s. So Herman, Wooden, 1964. Huh. Okay, so it's not all Smiths, but I'm looking for the really old ones, and there are, but there's a lot of stones out here that are not marked. Just has some initials. Here's 1906, Mary Ann, wife of Johnny. What Whitehead? Okay, so I just did a video in Silver Spring, Maryland, and they had a Mary, wife of a John Whitehead there too. So I don't know. So that was kind of blew me away a little bit, a little weird. 1936. And who's this here? This one's falling over. Anna Marie, daughter of Jonah Caton Nelson. No dates whatsoever. So yeah, a little strange. So here are some older ones. You can always tell the older ones. Looks like Roger Galen. It looks like died 1898. So 1886, Elizabeth Galvin, I'm sorry, Galvin. 1860s, okay. So here's some older ones, but the old, like I said, it was 1858, I believe. The date's when this started, 1894. I can see the date, I can't see the names. Here's a unique one here. James Harrison, died 1904. And of course, you're always going to find these 1905. What does that say? Just Elisa, wife of James Harrison, born 1838, died 1908. And it's, you know, it's kind of, it's sad to see, you know, somebody's last remembrance of them, and he's laying in the dirt, in the ground, you know, the headstone broken off, and nobody's fixing it. So I don't like to see that, but it's everywhere I go. I'm seeing it everywhere. That's 1902 Harriet S. Okay, so it looks like the older ones are on this side, the much older ones. So we're gonna go here, and they're right on this road. So like I said, actually the place is pretty big. It's bigger than I thought it would be. Yeah, here's 1859. Okay, Martha Silverman, looks like, died 1889. 1889, okay, I thought it said 1859. But yeah, there's some, the older ones are here though. 1913, 1920s. Beale, this is the Beale family here. I'm not seeing many veterans here. I'm seeing some flags, not many. Maybe they're just not marking them all. I've already read a couple of them that wasn't marked. 1933, William Disney. Harriet Murphy. Thomas Murphy. Mary J. and Brashers. More Brashers. Okay, and then and it looks like they put some old ones here, like right on the road, the main. Yeah, it looks like 1887. I can't really read the name. Divin. And of course, some broken ones with just initials on it. And that one's broken. Okay, let's, I see some, you know, like I said, these are sporadic. They're like all over the place. So there's a mixture of old and new everywhere. So it's kind of weird because you would think, like, you know, the old section would be in one section, and then the newer ones in the new section. But no, it's not that way. I've seen this before, so it's not that surprising to me. But looks like this is 1880s. But you would be surprised that, you know, the history in these towns. And you know, you live in a town all these years, like I did. I lived in Laurel, Maryland for many, many years, 1899, and never stopped here. And you know, it's weird that you know, we live in these towns and we don't even know the history of the towns that we live in, or never investigated. I knew Laurel was an old town because we have Laurel was a that's Hazel Pearl and Hazel, 1913. There's, you know, several. That's family. And because on Main Street in Laurel is, you know, it's an old Main Street, and that was built, I guess, in the very early 1800s. So. And so I knew that, and but I never investigated it. I was young and dumb. 1885, Mary. 1888, I'm sorry, 1888. Okay. Yeah, this is I don't like it when they have the new and the old mixed in together like this. Makes it harder for me. 1865, Mary Davidson. So laurel changed a lot since I lived here. It's no longer the same. That's why I moved out. But oh, this is unique. But it still has. I still have memories, good memories of this. Now look at this. This looks like a dove, a metal. Yep, it's maybe probably cast iron, I guess. I don't know for sure. And just sitting on a rock. I mean, there's no name on this or anything. Never seen anything like that. That's very unusual. Very unusual. Oh, here's another one. I wonder if these are marker, like corner markers. I think that's what these are. These are corner markers. Here's another one. Okay, so this must be a family plot, but these probably are very old because I'm not reading anything. Let me go on this other side here. Oh, this is why. I was on the wrong side. It's a 1913 Barnes, it looks like. Yeah, Barnes, B-A-R-M-E-S, Barnes, 1910. So, okay, so those are markers for the family plot, and of course one's fallen over. Okay, I got it now. Yeah, but like I said, this is bigger than I thought. It's actually pretty big. Yeah, I'm getting a 1937 Donaldson. I'm getting a little bit of a strange feeling in here too. 1914 Jesse Beats? Beam. I'm sorry, beam. Okay, these are all beams. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty well. Okay, so it looks, I came on one side, and it looks like this side, this entrance side here, has most of the, you know, older ones here just more crowded together. So it looks like it just came in the wrong side, that's all. Okay. But there's, again, there's still new ones. 1930s. But the problem is too, I don't see any a church out here. So, but it looks like they're still burying people out here. So, you know, oh, this is a oh, that's right. Okay, I remember my notes. Non-denominational graveyard. So anybody can get buried here. I don't know if, you know, if you belong to one church or maybe several churches use this. I have no idea, but it said is a non-denominational. And like I said, they're still burying people out here. So these are 1902 Maud. And that's an old name. I don't see the last name. Brown, Maud Brown. Wow, that's an old name, Maud. And of course you got a bunch of these too with nothing on them. Just small little headstones. 1890, 1935, Armstrong. I used to know an Armstrong. I wonder if this is the same Armstrong, because that's a very unique name. I only met one Armstrong in my life. Okay, so let's see. This is 1920s. Yeah, I'm trying to find, like, you know, usually in the very front and stuff, you'll find, that's where you'll find the oldest ones, like where the church was, or, you know, where the very front entrance is, you know, but I'm not finding that here. These are 1920s. I thought this would be the much older section here, but it's not. So what does this say here? Oh, regulations. Oh, this is, okay, so the official name is the Historic Ivy Hill Cemetery. Okay, so, and there's something here. Oh, Ivy Hill Association. Yeah, and like I said, I'm kind of getting a weird feeling out here. And 1914, Gauncey, Weston. Now that's an old name, you know, Gauncey. That really is an old name. 1908, Edward Penn. Yeah, I'm kind of like getting a little annoyed a little bit because I'm like, where are the early 1800s? I'm not finding them. I'm not finding them, folks. Like I said, it's all over the place out here. All over the place. There's William W. Owens, just a name, no dates. I've seen that kind of stuff before. 1960s. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting a little kind of like I'm being watched feeling, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's a cemetery, you know, so you're gonna, I don't know, pick up energies or what's going on, but you know, you get a feel for a place. You really do. You really get a feel for a place. Skater. It's almost like, you know, I'm being watched, you know. That's how I feel. And part of me was, what was this? Rose Bond McGubbin. That sounds Irish. 1903. Yeah, I'm not finding the early 1800s. I know they're out here because it was started in 1858. So I'm sure they're out here. I mean, maybe there's only several of the early 1800s, and maybe it's going to be very hard to find. But you know, they're still packing them in here. You know, I hate to say it like that, but you know, it's true. Now here's a corner over here. I feel like I'm being drawn to this corner. Let's go to this corner and see the dates of these. And here's a whole bunch of them in the ground that are, you know, 1919, 1940s, 1920s. Like I said, the dates are just all over the place out here. And of course, you got houses right here too, townhomes right there. Now this looks pretty old. That's 1895. Jefferson Finnegan. And that sounds Irish too. Finnegan, this definitely sounds Irish. And then you got these old ones, just the initials. Just the initials. And then you got a couple of them sitting by this fence line here. Just initials. Just sitting here. That says father. And I'm sure the families are long gone. It was 1912. Yeah, folks, so this is what I'm saying. So it's kind of, you know, a little weird that I can't find the early ones out here. And this place is much bigger than I thought. So I thought I would, as soon as I pulled in, I saw some old ones. I said, okay, the old ones, because they usually, like I said, they put them out front or they put them along the roadside. But not in this case. They did some, but not the oldest. That's what I was looking for. And then when you got all these new ones mixed in with the old ones, it's kind of weird. So yeah, I'm going to call it pretty soon here. But yeah, so my thoughts. Let me finish my thought here. Halloween is coming up. I've never ever done a ghost summoning, not summonings, but you know, a ghost adventure thing, you know, or you know, ghost searching, I would call it. These are early 1900s. Whoa, here's a whole stack of old ones here, and I'm thinking about doing it. Oh, here's some old ones here. 1891. Yeah, I'm not reading names. Snowdens. Okay, Snowden actually is a big name in the Laurel. I think in the history of Laurel, the Snowdens. I think they named a town after the Snowdens. Yeah, so yeah, definitely got some feelings out here. That's for sure. I'm not trying to be disrespectful whatsoever. And so if I do this ghost thing, I'm trying to decide where I'm going to do it. I have an idea. It's 1918. John T. was Milton. 1905. It's a very the spookiest graveyard I've ever been to. Where I mean, I got feelings here, but this is nothing compared to where I had one of my videos. I shot it. It's really gave me the creeps. And I think I'm going to go there, but I don't like messing with this stuff too much. You know what I mean? First of all, I don't want to be disrespectful. Second of all, I believe in the afterlife. And I'm not trying to get an attachment or anything like that. You know, I watch a lot of ghost shows, so I know some of the lingo, but not much. Well, now this is unique. So anyway, I'm debating whether I should do it or not. But I have a feeling that where I would go, I would definitely probably catch something there. Gunaway, Rosie Gunaway, or Conway. I'm sorry, Conaway. Yeah. So I was thinking about doing that. Now this definitely is a newer section here, so I'm not going to go there. So, and I don't have the equipment. You know, I actually grew up in a haunted house. If you see my other videos, I talked about. I grew up in a haunted house where everybody in the family experienced something, and some bad, some not so bad, just scary, but actually an attack. Had one of my sisters attacked before, and they had a friend stay over one night, and she woke up with a man sitting at the end of the bed, lifted the end of the bed and dropped it on her. So yeah, and like I said, I had a lot of experiences. My two younger brothers didn't, but all my sisters and I definitely had very wild experiences. That kind of made me a believer, and growing up in a, you know, Protestant religion, you know, we never talked about these things, and even growing up in that house, we didn't talk about it so much. I mean, we just, you know, it wasn't a matter of a big discussion, but we would, you know, we would mention when something happened, and then sometimes we get laughs, sometimes we get the looks like, yeah, right, you know, stuff like that. But everybody had an experience. 1937. So William Schaefer. Okay, so Schaefer is a big name in Pennsylvania. Yeah, folks, so I'm going to be ending this very shortly here. So I'm thinking I might do it. I don't know. I'm very nervous about it. So like I said, I've seen too many ghost shows, and you know, like I said, I don't think I'm prepared, but I've seen a couple of ghosts in my life. I got to be honest with you. I've seen a couple of them, and I think this is why I'm attracted to these places, and this is why I come out here. And the older I get, the more and more I think about it, you know. And for sure, I'm a believer, 100%. I'm a believer. You don't have to convince me, but I would like to convince any non-doubters, though. But it's not really my job to do it. But I'm thinking maybe it can't hurt anything, right? I don't know. So we'll see, folks. But anyway, hit the subscribe button if you would. I would appreciate the help. And hit the like button if you like my videos. If you don't like my videos, tell me what I'm doing wrong. You know, I'll try to, you know, try to make them better if I can. You know, I don't know. I do this off the cuff. Okay. Sometimes I do research. Sometimes I do research and I come out here prepared. Sometimes I don't. Most times I don't. And sometimes I'll do research after I went to a place because it just intrigues me and I want to know more. So that's how I do it, folks. I just do it right off the cuff. Mostly it's not planned at all. And most of the times I just drive until I find something in Pennsylvania anyway, because they're all over the place in Pennsylvania. But when I come to Maryland, I kind of try to plan a little bit because I have to, because I don't really know where all the graveyards are in Maryland. But that's it, folks. So let me know what y'all think. Take the time, help me out. I'd appreciate it. Till next time. So Graveyard Tours and Ivy Hill, is it called Ivy Hill? Laurel, Maryland. Yeah, it's kind of incredible. It's not the oldest one, but I definitely got a feeling out here. There's no doubt about it. Not really a bad feeling. I can't pinpoint it, what kind of feeling it is. It's just a feeling, you know? And that's it. Okay, folks, thank you. And please keep watching. And I'm gonna try to do better and better every time. So let me know how I'm doing. All right, thanks, and thanks for watching.